members sitting on the dais, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, G.D. Yadav sir, Pradeep ji and all other learned friends. And in the audience I can see a number of very learned scholars, thinkers and philosophers, the vice chancellors, the eminent educationists. I think so much has been said by the eminent speakers on the stage and conveyed the essence and philosophy behind this very first National Scientist Roundtable Conference. A mention was made about the word spirituality too. Friends, I sincerely feel, being a teacher of engineering, I had the fortune of writing a small article about 30 years back. And possibly it was the 700th anniversary of Sanjeevan Samadhi of Jnaneshwara. And being an engineer and being a man of trying to understand what spirituality stands for, in consultation with Vijay Bhatkar and even Mashwekar, about that very word, what is a pilgrim center? And I think we had a very elaborate discussion. I still remember it was the All India Science Congress at that time. And we were trying to understand the very essence and philosophy behind these two words. What is science and what is spirituality? And I still remember that time my very great teacher, Dr. Surendra Barlinge, the man of philosophy, man of Sanskrit and man of mathematics in the University of Pune. And I used to ask him a question. He was like a guru in my life. लेकिन ईश्वर को मानते नहीं थे. He said, कहाँ है ईश्वर भाई? Where is God? I don't believe in the concept of God at all. And see the beauty. I, as a student of Mr. Barlinge, I am a very firm believer of the concept of God. ईश्वर को मानने वाला एक स्टूडेंट और ईश्वर को बिल्कुल न मानने वाला एक गुरु. लेकिन मैंने कहा था उनसे कि सर, you are not a believer of God, but you are a godly man. कर्मयोगी है आप, और कर्मयोगी को मंदिर में जाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. ऐसी बड़ी लंबी बात है. And I think in the year 1996, I had the fortune of organizing the first World Philosophers Meet, called as the First Parliament of Science, Religion, Spirituality and Philosophy. And I had the fortune of meeting a great man from Bihar, Mr. Ramji Singh. And he told me, what is philosophy? He said, it's not a play of gymnastics of words. And we had a very wonderful 7-day long conference. And 47 nations participated. And the discussion was whether Sant Jnaneshwara or Sant Tukaram, are they philosophers or not? The main issue. I still remember the great scholar, Islamic scholar, Maulana Wahiduddin Khan, who had ultimately finally declared as an outcome of 7-day long conference, it's not a 3-day conference. At the end, when I still remember the Christ Nobel, the Grand Nephew Alfred Nobel, Dalai Lama, the great men coming together, discussing for 7 long days. And the final declaration was made in the form of a resolution that Sant Jnaneshwara was one of the greatest philosophers of the whole world, and which made me get tempted to write an article of philosopher Sant Jnaneshwara to philosopher scientist Albert Einstein. And this article became a subject of criticism. so much of criticism that how can you dare to compare Sant Jnaneshwara to scientist Albert Einstein? Penrose and so many names were taken. Why I am trying to just draw your attention to this aspect is, I personally feel that the time has come when the persons like you, who have a full understanding of not only the knowledge part of it, but the wisdom part of it, and to show the pathway of peace and harmony to the mankind is the essential feature today. About so many things about the employment part, what is happening to PhD students, master students. There was a news just few days back in Maharashtra that for the police constables or police recruitment, there were masters and BEs, boys standing in the queue for just to have some police constable job. That is the situation. Vikasit Bharat, thinking of 47, should not become a subject of politics. That's my personal feeling. And if you want to be a Vishwa Guru, the whole world, the Western world, is looking to India with a hope and expectation that it is this nation, Mother India, Bharat, is going to show the pathway of harmony and peace to mankind. And naturally, the very words of wisdom spoken by the great noble son of India, Swami Vivekananda, on 11 September 1893. He had said that time to all of us, it is a world parliament of religion. You know the whole story of Chicago. But that time when Vivekananda had addressed and said to the whole world that time, that please remember, union of science and religion / spirituality alone will help to bring harmony and peace to mankind. Manas Shanti ki baat hai, dil ka samadhan ho, Satchit Anand is the word. But he had said that time British were ruling India. And naturally, the background was this great noble son, your own brother, our own brother, while addressing the World Parliament of Religions, he says, these words are known to you, I am not telling anything new. But it has been my आदर्श जिसे बोला जाता है. Sant Jnaneshwara to Einstein is one aspect of it, but the most important thing and the words of wisdom spoken to the whole world community are coming true now. He had said that, give me a few men with the muscles of iron and nerves of steel, and I'll change the face of Mother India, my Mother India. गर्व नहीं, स्वाभिमान. बड़ी सुंदर भाषा है. आप जानकार लोग हैं. What is the very purpose of this all great scientists coming together? यादव साहब धन्यवाद आपको, बाकी सब लोगों को. Purpose क्या है? What is the purpose of life? Where from we have come? What is the purpose and where are we going? And there are very typical discussions which can be thought over. But these words of wisdom and the words which have been given, the words of advice, you know that it was in the year 1897, the same great noble son, Swami Vivekananda, told the world that my Mother India will become free from the clutches of the British after 50 years from today. And it came true, 1947. And since then, 75 years journey. You have seen how the journey has been so wonderful. We are in the age of the Google, the Facebook, and so many other typical words. But Vivekananda had told that time that after all the innovations and discoveries of the modern science, the world of scientists, men of Google, Facebook, whatever names you take, click, or you can communicate to the whole world. Sant Tukaram Maharaj said, Anu Renu Thokada Tuka Akasha Yoda. What is the meaning of this word? I am the smallest of the smallest of the small particle of the universe. But what type of particle? It can encompass the entire universe. Universe का भाषा है, सुंदर है, बहुत बढ़िया है. But he had said that time all the great scientists, with all making the highest possible research and innovation in the field of technology like IT and computer, what they will realize and they will understand there is an essential feature or a force which is a 4-bar mechanism. The body and the brain, the heart or the spirit and the mind. I think Yadav sahab आपने बोला था, or the chemistry of mind is the word. मन बड़ा चंचल है ना. मैं विनोद से कहूँगा मन की बात नहीं दिल की बात करो, because that is stable. That is the nature. So innermost understanding of what the nature stands for. Natural laws are uniform. They don't differ at all. These are some of the very words of wisdom spoken by Indian culture, tradition and philosophy. भारतीय संस्कृति, परंपरा, तत्वज्ञान का एसेंस है ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयो, ऐसा शब्द है. ज्ञान विज्ञान की भाषा है. बड़ा सुंदर दिया है, लेकिन वी हैव फॉरगॉटन द वेरी फीलिंग ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग द अध्यात्म शास्त्र की वैज्ञानिक प्रयोगशाला. ये जो डोम दिखाया गया आपको, पता नहीं कैसे लेकिन हुआ है. लेकिन इफ यू सी, ऑब्जर्व, अंडरस्टैंड, एक्सपीरियंस एंड देन स्पीक, उसके सिवा बोलने में मजा नहीं. तो ये स्थिति है अपने मन की. आप बड़े लोग हैं, ज़्यादा मैं नहीं बोलूँगा, लेकिन वी हैव बीन ऑन द पाथ. इफ़ यू लुक टू दिस वेरी डिज़ाइन ऑफ दिस थिएटर वेयर वी आर सिटिंग, it gives an essence and philosophy behind, and we have been always trying to understand and give the meaning of what विश्व गुरु stands for. कैसे बन सकता है भारत विश्व गुरु? बोलने से, अमीरी से, पैसे से? कौन सी भाषा है वो? But today, let me tell you honestly, the whole world, I had the fortune of going around the Oxford, Cambridge, or the American universities. We had a very elaborate discussion. विश्व गुरु बनने के लिए काबिलियत चाहिए ना. कौन सी काबिलियत है? The discipline, dedication, devotion, decency, decorum, and controlling your own self. विनिंग पर्सनालिटी बोला जाता है उसे यहाँ संस्था में. यू शुड बी फिजिकली फिट, मेंटली अलर्ट, intellectually sharp but spiritually elevated. That is called as a winning personality. दुनिया के सारे लोगों को ये सिखाने की काबिलियत भारत में है, लेकिन खुद को करना चाहिए ना. Unless I am myself disciplined, if I just only speak a very beautiful words and mesmerize the people, that वो विश्व गुरु नहीं हो सकता है. विश्व गुरु होने के लिए इस भारत देश में जो चिंतन हुआ, धर्म ग्रंथ की बात होती है. The religion itself has been defined by Swami Vivekananda. He says, religion is nothing but to perform your duty. Duty toward the mother, the father, the family, the society, the nation and the whole world. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, world as one family. कितनी भाषा है भाई, कौन सी ऊंचाई है इस शब्दों की. यही संस्कृति है, यही दुनिया को सिखाना है. Whether it's America or Russia or whatever the nations the great may be, but you know that they are suffering from so much of mental agony and disorder in their families. The family system is getting on the ruin, and it is India which can show some good example of how a family should be. बंगला है, सुंदर है, सब कुछ पैसा है. I had read one article about 10 साल के पहले की बात है. England, the Great Britain. I'm not criticizing. Now they have their own qualities, but the children in the age group of 11 and 12 are trying to make suicides. क्या बात है भैया? 10-11 साल का बच्चा, 5 स्टार घर है, 5 स्टार बेंगलो है, 5 स्टार बेडरूम है, 5 स्टार स्कूल भी है, लेकिन ऐसे बच्चे के मन में यह बात कैसे आ सकती है? क्योंकि उसे प्यार नहीं मिलता है, ममता नहीं है, बोलना ठीक नहीं, माँ और पिता का प्यार, love and affection, the mutual faith and trust is missing. And we Indians are trying to follow the same path. That's a little bit of worry. I'm not criticizing anybody. It's not an individual criticism. It's a self-introspection. अपने मन में कोई संकल्प करने का यह दिन है, ऐसे मुझे लगता है. And I have come here to learn from you people. Possibly I had a meeting with some of the great people here. So I'm very happy. And once again I say whatever I have spoken, maybe that you feel like appreciating or not, I don't know. But we have not been on the wrong path. When I say Sant Jnaneshwar to Einstein, we have started here. You know, when these Penrose, Roger Penn, these great people, they have said that all the education is the vice chancellors, the chancellors, and the institution builders. They have been saying to the whole world, it's high time for all of us to start the schools of consciousness and reality. What is the ultimate truth? What is the ultimate truth? And the word consciousness, the intelligence part of it. And you should start the schools of consciousness and reality, the ultimate truth, the Almighty God. To understand that wonderful mechanism, the smallest of the smallest of the small particle, but which is again a 4-bar mechanism. I repeat that word because being an engineer, I do understand a little bit of it. And that's our duty possibly. So let us try to take a pledge. And I can only, when I see the great Sevakar and everybody sitting here, we are having a world parliament for the vice chancellors and everybody, I'm telling you. We have the 10th world parliament now on 2nd of October, 3rd, 4th and 5th in Rajbagh, and the subject is again the same. The World Parliament of Science, Religion, Spirituality and Philosophy. Let us discuss and know the duties of the great politicians too. As the heads of nation states, they should come together because discussing here will not give the solution. It's only the American heads of the United Nations, what is the role? The World Health Organization, what is their role? Are they effective enough? On the background of especially the coronavirus, when we were all hiding behind the doors, including myself. And maybe I learned from that one laboratory that the strength which that coronavirus or the COVID-19 came out was only 20%. Because some great scientists from Britain, we had a discussion on this, his student was working in one laboratory. So the question is, if it comes with a higher strength, all the biological and chemical weapons of the whole world, you know, they can just, if it wrongly triggered, this can burn out this whole earth minimum 100 times. What for we are doing all this? What is the purpose? Are we sitting on this ticking bomb? So you, the teachers, the vice chancellors and everybody has to show and tell even the rulers, the great statesmen, सिखाना का वक्त आ गया है. Thank you, sir, so much. Thank you.